us out here tonight going over some creepy details of Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory. And I spoke of this, but I didn't go over the images. And I finally went on the images of the boat ride. And mind you, I've been seeing a lot of stuff of Willy Wonka, the real, was a real killer. Now, I did, in fact, I don't know if it's got anything to do with this, but I did, in fact, look up 3 years back. So we're back. And like I was saying before, I had to pause for the moment. I finally went, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I know I was looking back a few years back, 3 years back, about some serial killers. And along the infamous, as they call him, John Wayne Gacy, the clown killer. Who the hell else did they have? They had a bunch of serial killers. And at the time I was looking up kids and stuff for because of the story that I was doing with my Taj Narbonne story that I did and covered, that I was just trying to look for it on YouTube at the time because I wasn't sure. I was just looking into my video to see how far back or whatever, where it was on the list. And back then I was like 30 pages back if you were to clip on videos and names and, how they say to put in your descriptions and blah, blah, blah. But I'm about to wonder if this Willy Wonka was with this kind of imagery in it, and they're going on saying about the real Willy Wonka killer, which I haven't looked up yet on. I mean, last night I started seeing it because I had looked up this video and these other videos came up, and people fan-based videos came up of the Willy Wonka killer. Now, back in the 50s or 60s, there was a man who, I don't know if this is what it's based on, but it does sound like it. And he and his parents ran a candy business, making candy, and they called him the Candy Man. And he was a serial killer right along in the mix of John Wayne Gacy. And when I was looking up all that kind of stuff, he too came up within the mix of John Wayne Gacy and, Jeffrey Dahmer and all these other idiots. But the Candy Man is right. And he would lure young boys and I believe girls too or whatnot, but he would lure them in with candy with the parents' candy factory that they had. I think they might have even made it candy out of a house. That was a story that I read, but all in all, I gotta look a little more into Willy Wonka stuff. I'm gonna probably go over that stuff too. But remembering a guy that I used to work with talking about, oh, you remember Willy Wonka? And this guy, oh my God, he was a whack job. But he was right about this movie. And I always stuck it in the back of my head to look this up one day. Because when I watched this movie and I was younger, hell, I even watched this movie in early 2000s. And I never once wondered or got into the background of this scene of this boat going through the river of chocolate. And now that I have, and as you can see clearly here, there's a girl that turns into a friggin' what is she? Oh, gets dumped in the garbage. I think she was the one that got dumped in the garbage, but I forgot what happened to her. She was a little cocky, little mouthy girl that ran her mouth a lot, stomped her feet with the father, as you can see there. I want it now, right? Well, as you can see in the background, we got a damn spider's mouth. I believe that's what that is. And here it is in closing, but that's where it was out. And this is just one of the many images. Of course, you get the bad guy that's trying to get all the kids to get a gobstopper and steal it from Wonka and give it to him, and he's in there, but I didn't take a picture of him. I mean, I don't know what it is. I never really looked in the background of this. When I watched the movie, I was too busy watching Wonka himself spin the wheel, sing the song, well, I don't know where we're going, and blah, 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 right? And I used to laugh at the people on the boat because they're all screaming, Wonka, you need to cut this out, you're scaring the kids, or whatever they're yelling, and I'd be laughing at that part. I never paid attention to the back. I mean, that guy that pops up, I seen him in there, but I never once took a look. And it always stuck in the back of the mind, like I said, to look this up, because the guy I knew, he said, oh, you got this thing getting chopped off, you got the snake, and what he did and saying, I'm thinking, was that in the damn movie? And he remembered it. He was watching it, remembered it, and always used to talk about that when it would come up. And I mean, a couple times after that, I mean, I mention it, and he'd be, yeah, man, you gotta watch that movie. And I never just dawned on me to take a good look, because like I said earlier, I probably watched that movie last was like it was just on about a month ago, and I watched it. I think last year I might have watched it, but not paying attention to the background scenery, of course. But I got the movie clip off YouTube, and I paused it, as you can see. But of course, in the friggin' movie on the TV, I couldn't pause it. And I think when I did watch it, I had the kids, so I wasn't even really paying attention. I was yelling at them to shut up or something, or watch this movie. And they're like, I don't like this movie. None of my kids like this. I don't know why. I loved it. But clearly, as you can see, the spider and this girl's terrified, as you can see. But here's where it gets more bizarre. This is where I talk in the other video of this. I don't know if that's a night crawler. I think it's one of them big, huge worms, so that would be the night crawler. But as you can see, this woman looks friggin' dead. And once I seen this for the first time, I mean, I did catch it maybe on my last viewing. But like I said, catching it like this was difficult. I think, like a month ago I was watching the movie. I did see all this, but of course I didn't have pause on the friggin' TV, right? But, I mean, I looked in to see when the movie was going to come on again. Of course, there was only one showing. And I wasn't going to get the phone on it, stop it, and do it. But I was lucky enough to look it up and say, hell with it, I'll just look it up on YouTube, and here we go. Plainly, if you get night crawlers like this, bugs, that you're dead. You're already dead, and the bugs are already creeping up to eat your skin, flesh, brains, eyeballs, whatever it takes. And if this is true of the Willy Wonka killer or whatever, or even related to the old Candyman story, that's just messed up. Because a movie that I've always loved and always loved to watch, because I got a kick out of the Oompa Loompas and stuff, I used to make up my own lyrics to the friggin' songs. Funny, dumb joke lyrics. Woompa Loompa, Woompa Loompa, Doompy Dee Doo, stuff like that. I have a big snot I'm gonna throw on you, Stupid stuff, right? But as you can see here, as you got this damn bug crawling over some woman's mouth, it's like, what the hell? And it even gets even better. Because as you see here, here's a chicken. Or a rooster. And look at Wonka. I mean, look at Gene Wilder. I love this guy. Him and Richard Pryor were the Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau of the 70s. Put these two together, they make a damn legacy movie. Epic movie. But this I just noted last night. I mean, I've always sitting there thinking, wow, The frick's he looking like that for? And it just dawned on me last night when I really stopped it and looked. He's looking real creepy there, and his face is all red. I mean, of course, the lighting and stuff was set for that, but if he was made to have a cryptic meaning to this movie, Gene Wilder's putting that damn thing to good friggin' perspective there, boy. He's staring at the children or whatever over there like, hey, what are they going to do next? What is this? What's going to happen next? And you see that rooster in the back? Poof. Damn thing got his head chopped off in the movie. Now, like I say, and as you can see, Wonka here ain't... Holy crap. I just noticed that. I didn't even notice that. Look at his frickin' eyes. What? The cryptic messages, boy. His eyes are normal in there, but the light, of course, is making Mr. Wilder here look pretty evil. But this, I didn't even notice that. Wow. That's insane. Now see, I never went over this. I never looked into this until last night. And this is just something I just seen now. But as you can see, the rooster's head, boom, gets chopped off. But his eyeballs, holy crap. I wonder if this is something in the Mandela effect or something. Now that's awesome, I caught that. Gene Wilder's eyes look like demon, like he's possessed. Oh, man. And no lie, I just noticed this right now. I've never been on this like this. I had to stop it with the video. I was tapping on the screen real quick, what I do with my videos when I'm trying to catch my orbs. But that's insane. He looks friggin' possessed. So I'm about to wonder if they did that on purpose. Right here, yeah, the red light's making him, and then the red light disappearing and bringing him to this. And one of that red light, something, the evil spirit possessed him. And now he's, oh, that's badass right there, man. So now we have this big-ass lizard that comes up. And this was, I don't know, I screwed up the picturing. I don't know how I did it, but this is supposed to be the first one. As you see quickly, the mouth opens in the movie. Boom, chomps, and then he swallows it. And you gotta keep your eyes on this if you check this video out. And this is from Movie Clips. And if you look up with a Willy Wonka boat ride, this will come up. You want to look on Movie, anybody want to check this out themselves. But damn, this right here, that is friggin' awesome. He looks friggin' possessed. And I think they might have did this on purpose in the movie. Hair turning red, an evil entity, boom, boom, head chopped off from the rooster. Cryptic messages in movies, boy, that's badass. Wow, I'm just blown away on that, and that's all I got for now. But these are the main images, though, that you have to watch. If it goes to this, it goes quick to this, it goes bang with that, then this comes up and it goes, opens its mouth, it chomps it, it friggin' swallows it. It's all insanely quick. And I mean, you gotta stare at it in the background. You can't be focused on nothing else and to see this imagery. And that's just insane. But that's more insane that I just blew this up and saw Gene Wilder's eyes like he's possessed by a friggin' demon. That's crazy. And he's staring at the friggin' kids, for Christ's sakes. Like he wants to friggin' eat them. He wants to kill them, is right. Damn. That's just freaky, man. It's like one of them demons out of a friggin' movie. And his evil, smirky grin, man, that is badass. Wow. And just to think I've watched this movie I don't know how many times, and I never, ever, ever went on this like this. I'm just thinking that he's having fun with the people. You want to own a chocolate factory, or you're here to want to get my chocolate and candy. I'm thinking, hey, you want to come in here, you got to have some fun. That's all I ever thought of this movie. You got to have some fun. We're going to go on the chocolate, we're going to go down the river, we're going to float, woo, don't know where we're going. And boom, they come out of nowhere, and it's all right. But to see that in Gene Wilder's eyes like that, man, boom, look at that. That's badass. Cryptic messages in movies. Right here, man. That is insane. So I'm about to wonder what people... I gotta go on tonight and start listening to them videos. The Willy Wonka murders. A murderer. And I'm about to wonder if it's got to do with anything of the 1950s through 60s Candyman. And I don't know if the Candyman movie itself, with the black guy there, I forget his name, but, you go in the mirror and call Candyman 3 times and he appears and kills you. I don't know if that's got to do anything, but this man... There was a serial killer named the Candyman, and if this movie was in any way or formed made for that, which of course he didn't kill nobody in the movie, but to have these friggin' images come out like this, blood red face, the demon eye, he looks like the goddamn devil right here is right. But that's insane, man. Yep, and chop. Yeah. Well, till that next video, people, be safe, take care, and always beware, because you don't know who's out there. That's right. And I think this may have to do with the Candyman killings. I forgot the guy's name. I'd have to look it up. Maybe I'll put it in this description. But I want to make sure before I go and start putting things in that it's the right Candyman killer. That's crazy. Oh, man, I wish Gene Wilder was still alive, just to ask him that question. But rest in peace there, Mr. Gene Wilder. Huge fan. I dedicate this video to you. Even though you had some cryptic messages in that movie. But you know what? I would like to friggin' go to his last of resting place, where his spirit dwells. I would like to get there and ask him that question. What were you really doing on that boat, Mr. Wilder, with your eyes all possessed? Was that purposely done? Is your movie based on the real Candyman killer? Or there's something sinister about this movie that no one ever knew about? The only one that can say that is the director, and who knows if he's still alive. And this man right here. Yep. Always something to think about, folks. Why people put things in movies. Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to end it here. I've learned a lot of things on movies, whether they're real or not, true or not. There's movies that have been made that tell a story, and they're made to, in a lot of the old movies, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some dumb, quirky, stupid, dumb movies, but I'll tell you something right now. I've seen a lot of movies in my life, and I know a lot of them tell a lot of tales. And if anybody ain't watched an old movie, I advise you to go watch some, especially if you haven't seen this one. I really advise you to, because you can learn a lot from movies back in the day. And I'll tell you, a lot of movies that I see these days, or back in the day, And knowing what I know now about things out there in history, it's about a wonder why stuff was made, people. It's about a wonder why. Out.